Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to the Slowest Blitz, where we are playing Asphodel. It's turn 49. Let's jump into things, shall we? We've done a little bit of site searching, but with no results. Unfortunate. Really don't feel like we got very good results in this. I know it's an MA game, but it also feels like a lower scale. It is what it is. Just sadness. But bunch of battles, as per normal. Let's see how we did. We sent out one of our Call of the Wild groups against Man. We've got a small amount of PD here. Some heavy infantry and some archers. Oh, shit. We got routed. Well, that's not good. That's normally something that wolves would be able to beat, but looks like we didn't quite do it. Those archers did a good job. So good on them. Unfortunate for us. We attacked into Traturn. Small stack of mannequins. 1 PD shouldn't be a big deal. Lose 2 mannequins, easy peasy. We attack into Namor. Got a bigger stack of mannequins, some Draconians, and some Black Centaur. There's a decent size of PD here. I say decent size, like 10-ish. And easy peasy on that. Lost a Satyr. No big deal. And we get to see some more of the Man versus Vanarus. So let's see how that goes. So this is on Phaeacia. Ooh, we actually have like a little stack here of Knights of Avalon. And some Jade Maidens, along with some monks, and some sorceresses for Moss Body. That's always fun. Up against, not a lot going on here. We've got some Chud-Hirdmen. Actually, just a shit ton of Chud-Hirdmen. In the back, we've got a Bane with some Skin Shifters or Chud-Hirdmen. Okay, so probably Man's gonna come away with this because they're bringing in magic and a bunch of sacreds, and Van just has some, semi-disposable but choppy units. Let's see if the choppy units can actually get anything done. With Moss Body up, that's gonna be very difficult. So, yike. Moss Body is a very nice addition to the Knights of Avalon. Yeah, look at those fuckers. Look at those green boys. They're doing great. Easy peasy. Lost 4 Jade Maidens. Overall, nice little victory. Chud-Hirdmen are really good, and they're not inexpensive, all things considered. So this is a tidy little sum, but not anything super consequential at the end of the day. So we attacked into Frosted Peaks. We have a bunch of mannequins here, and it's just 1 PD. So easy peasy. We attack into Emicton. And we brought to bear a bunch of our more cavalry-based mannequins. And there's just a scout, so easy peasy. We attacked into Gold Mountains. And we find some actual Knights of Avalon. So that's not going to be good for us. We will lose here. Okay. Knights of Avalon are down in gold, or mannequins are down in Gold Mountains. Easy peasy. We get hit in the Mountains of Mist. Oh, no. Fuck. Alright, well, there's another Agarthan army. Similar in composition to the previous army. I kind of wonder, right? Like, it's so late in the game. I know Agartha... I say so late in the game. It's like later mid-game, right? I know Agartha had some losses against Bandar Log earlier on. And I know they had a loss of about this amount against us earlier as well. But I'm kind of curious as to where most of their income, recruitment, etc. Has this really been it? This army, the army prior to that we destroyed, and then the losses that they had against Bandar Log. I guess the thing is I don't know how much they lost against Bandar Log, but it just feels like they're not producing that much, and they never send mages with their stuff, which is very surprising to me. I feel like at this point in time, their mages could be doing a shit ton of work. They brought them to bear. So we just have a wolf here, who's just kind of holding the fortress down. But that is a very interesting thing to see. 3 Oracles of the Ancients, 60 Great Olms, 60 Magma Children, some Sentinels, some Shard Guards, some Shard Whites. It's a sizable host, especially when, you know, Agartha can crack forts very easy with a host like this because of the increased siege strength, but I don't know how well it's going to fight. Obviously, at this point, these guys could drop a lot of things like earthquakes that wouldn't matter as much to the forces of Agartha. And maybe they're to the point to where they could start throwing down things like marble armies or something like that. But I'm just really curious why there's so little mage support on the Agarthan side. We get an attack off in Eterol. This one looks like it'll go our way. Yeah, less of a concern. So we do win there. And then we have a battle in the Fortress of Sylvania. So, we have... Oh, okay. He didn't send everything in. That's interesting. So obviously, we know what is on our side. This is a pretty massive force of mannequins. A large amount of Sagittarian carcasses, which is going to be unfortunate to lose. A fair number of Carrion Furies, which will also be unfortunate to lose. We don't have any Carrion Behemoths here. And we only have a few mages. We have a Panic Apostate, who is Twiceborn and is Twiceborn here, so is going to die. Probably we should have just moved him out. We have a Carrion Lord here, and then we have a small communion of lizard shamans. So we're not expecting to win this, even against this small of a force, because the assumption is yeah, he's got some mages. So we've got a couple of bards, probably doing like luck and things like that, and interestingly, he's got a god here. It's the Frostfather. What is this guy packing? Got a coin of meteoric iron, so astral booster. He's got reinvigoration. He's got more reinvigoration, and he's got more reinvigoration. So a whole lot of reinvigoration. Very nice spread. Very nice rainbow spread there. Really interested to see what he's got. He's got a lot of gems here. I wonder what he's going to be doing. So this isn't a very large force. He obviously he had significantly more on the fort. I'm pretty interested to see that he didn't send in more. So he must have some sort of plan. And that is somewhat sad, because if we had sent in... Because it took a couple turns for him... It didn't take a couple turns for him to pop it. It took a couple turns for him to actually come in. So if we had stealthed in some units, we might have actually had a good ability to handle this. But not a good ability to handle the entire army if he had sent that in. So, you know, it's a call. Anyways, let's see what he has to do. We know our side is just putting up Howl, and that's pretty much it. I think we're also dooming. So he's got Arrow Ward coming out. We got a bunch of luck coming out. We got Solar Brilliance. Hey! Quit playing with my cords. Bad cat. So Solar Brilliance is going to be a big thing. Yeah, and that immediately is going to fatigue him out. So we've got Solar Brilliance up. This is going to blind easy Mar negates. all units, so not really a big deal there, but all undead and demonic units take 5 AP damage. So that is annoying. So that's the play. That's what he's doing. He's got a small contingent of Knights of Avalon to go in and hold. And then he's got a bunch of bodyguards to keep his god and these bards safe. Got some Draconians for distraction, and then he's expecting to Solar Brilliance the battlefield, which that's a good call. That's a solid move. We probably will kill a fair number of these Knights of Avalon because of that, but hey, quit playing with my cord. My cats are just being bad today. Just super bad. Alright, let's speed through this, see how it goes. So we can see damage numbers ticking up throughout because of the Solar Brilliance. We are killing some of these guys, and it does look like we're getting some people back here, but it's not going to be enough. The Howl's not going to be enough either. Oh, we just lost Howl. Oh, we've got some Carrion Furies back here? That's not going to matter. They might do a little bit of damage, but they're not going to reach the god. Oh, we broke. We broke. Sadness. Well, that was a good play. Very nice use of the Solar Brilliance there. Good job on... Man. What was the cost? So I ended up losing 14 Draconians, which is kind of whatever. 32 Knights of Avalon. So that's not nothing, but obviously not going to compare to what we've lost here. We lost a massive amount of mannequins. Lost a Panic Apostate, lost a Carrion Lord, lost some Lizard Shamans, so... even on the concept of gold, it's not great, but damn. If we'd brought in... So last turn, he scouted, right? If we had stealthed things in the same turn, he would not have seen them. And he might have still dedicated to this plan. And then if we had additional things here, like if we had our Black Centaurs and an additional couple of mages, not even like a crazy amount of mages, we could have popped this. And popping... I don't know that popping this would have mattered in the long run. Killing his Frostfather would have been fun. Killing the Bards would have been fun. Killing 50 Knights of Avalon, absolutely we'll take that, right? But I think the army that's still on there still would have been able to beat whatever we had remaining, because it still would have cost us a fair amount, even if we brought in some mages and some Black Centaurs. We still would have taken a lot of losses during the time because of the Solar Brilliance. So at the end of the day, obviously I'm not happy about this, but we had already resigned ourselves to losing the stack, and all we were hoping to do was take something with us, and we did do that, right? Like 32 Knights of Avalon is that's not nothing at this point. So that's probably... He's probably recruiting like 8 Knights of Avalon at a turn at this point. Maybe not, with the high resource, high recruitment cost. He's probably got enough candles to be able to do that, but he might not have the resources and recruitment points to be able to do that. So, you know, this is at least like 5-ish turns, maybe 5-ish turns of recruitment, maybe a little more. So that's not a huge... That's not a nothing burger. So, you know, we'll take it. But here's what it is. We have Unexpected Event in Kasevik Highlands. We got a Nature Gem. And in Asphodel, we got some gold. Hey! We can actually afford things this turn. Woo! We get to see a indie attack in Lore Woods. bunch of barbarians. And there's not really anything here. Why is there nothing here? How strange. 4 Woods is just like 1 PD'd. Interesting. Weird. And then we also get an independent. We've got some fucking heretics. Heretics! We do have a number of mannequins here, so maybe we'll be able to do that, but that... No, go for the priest! Go for the priest! Oh, well, he routed. Okay. Good enough. You bastard. Alright, we got him. We patrolled out things in Icton, great, and that panic apostate was not able to be twice mourned. Pennsylvania. Alright, so, what do we got going on this turn? Not a lot. We are recruiting a sage. That's the only real recruitment we're doing. Because we got a little bit of money. Our income is slightly above right now, plus that gold event gives us everything. But really, mostly we're just consolidating. You see a lot of big red arrows heading towards Shadowglade. The whole goal here is we're on our way out. We've got Agartha, big ol' army here. We've got Man, big ol' army here. I definitely think we can take the Agarthan army. If again, if they don't bring any mages, it's going to be a repeat of last time. We'll do basically the same thing that we did last time. And by all means, let's fucking do it. But the Man army is actually a big deal. Now, if this Man army goes up against the army that we have here in Shadowglade, right? I think we have a chance to win, right? We've got our Black Centaurs here. We've got our Black Minotaurs here. The issue is if we get caught out in the open, I think that could cause a lot of problems. He's got magic he can use on us from afar, especially with his god being Astral 5. Where's his god? I hate that this doesn't show, like, it just shows the chassis. Why? Like, show me actual augments. It's so weird. So looking at this guy, Fire 4, Air 5, Water 5, like, he's got really good high paths. He's going to be able to do a lot of different things. So getting caught out in the open is probably not a good idea. We're kind of resigning ourselves to say, hey, we'll keep like raiding around and things like that, but we're kind of resigning ourselves to say, hey, let's do a big fight. You're gonna win. Let's do a big fight. See how much I can hurt you before you win, and we'll go from that. Maybe we'll get a twofer. Maybe Agartha will come down and we'll be able to fight Agartha's army and crush it and be like, haha! And then we'll fight Man's army and probably lose, but lose well, or get a Pyrrhic victory. And then die to Man soon after, because at this point, Man's going to be producing a lot more than we can hang up with or keep up with. It looks like my assumption... Ooh, he mono-dropped. Looks like Vanarus mono-dropped over there. That's kind of funny. I'm wondering if he's going to do the whole, like, mono-drop, build a laboratory, teleport out type scenario. Those shenanigans are always kind of fun. But we'll see. In Shadowglade, which is kind of like our entire base of operations right now, we've still got some side searching going on just for shits and giggles. Mostly just because I didn't turn it off at this point. But we are summoning some mana cores. And that's the only real big thing that we're doing this turn. Still doing some light raiding around to see if we can do something about some of that stuff. But mostly a pretty chill turn. Right, so we are going to have Enchantment 6 next turn. I don't have anything else queued, but I do think the intention for us is to just go up Conjuration 6. Because there's a couple of different things we could potentially utilize there. We could go higher, and we'll see if we actually do. But overall, we're probably kind of... I mean, we've been on the way out for a while now, but this is definitely kind of like the death knell. It seems like I say death knell, but we've still got a lot of forces. It's just how to say this. Difference between a good player and a great player. I'm not a great player, but I like to consider myself generally a good player. A great player is really good at not giving battle just for the sake of giving battle. And they're really good at making the opponent try to give battle, even if the opponent doesn't need to or will be in an inferior position. Actually, there was a game I had not too recently where there was a very good example of that, of a player who was in a superior position and just didn't give battle even though they were in a superior position, and basically pulled their opponent apart because the opponent was just like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna chase them around type scenario. But the point I'm trying to make here is that man has done a really good job in this game of not giving me a fight that I want. We've had some fights, right? But they're very rarely the fights that I want, even when I get a big death stack together and start tromping around. Although some of that's just my fault for not taking the risks that I should have taken. Anyways, not a lot else going on. We'll see if Man and Agartha decide to actually come in and try to finish the job. That's my expectation. My expectation is Agartha is going to try to secure this territory, because if they don't, they're pretty much out of the game already. It feels like this has been their life the entirety of 48 turns, 49 turns. So even if they come in here and start grabbing this, I mean, they're going to either fight Man or Abysia or Nabah immediately, and that does not seem like a winning proposition. So we'll keep eyes on Nabah Bandar log and see if that goes well. We've been talking to Nabah, just kind of like basics of, hey, welcome to Bandar log territory. Let me know where you would like our borders to be, because I don't really have much of a say on those borders right now. And we'll go from there. So anyways, that's it. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time with hopefully some more movement from Agartha and Man towards a big final battle. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.